We all know that dead things decay. But what about living things? What's stopping us from rotting right now? Inside of us, we have approximately 39 trillion bacteria. Now that's a big number. In fact, you have more bacteria cells than human ones. So, what's stopping all those bacteria from eating us alive? Before I answer any of these questions, I first need to explain how dead things decay and why you probably wouldn't want it to be happening to you right now. I warn you, it's pretty gross. There are 3 ways that we decay: bacteria eating us, insects eating us, and ourselves eating us. Soon after someone dies, self-digestion starts. This is a process where enzymes digest tissues and organs. It happens because after death, your heart stops beating, which means that cells become deprived of oxygen and toxic products left over from chemical reactions build up in the cell. This means that enzymes can leak out and start digesting organs, usually starting in the liver and brain. As well as this, after death, bacteria can spread all around your body and begin to digest you from the inside out, as there is no immune system to stop them. The breakdown of tissues causes gases to build up, creating pressure, and then liquefied organs can leak out of the body. Sometimes the pressure can be so great that it can burst through damaged skin. Just imagine if your gut suddenly burst out of you. It would be horrible. When a body is partially decomposed, it becomes fully exposed, allowing insects, such as maggots, to continue eating the rotting flesh. Now, I can get back to the original question. Why don't we decay while we're alive? Well, actually we do. We just call it something else, an infection. An infection is where microbes enter your body and begin to multiply. Sometimes they can damage cells, which is called decay. However, most of the time this doesn't happen because of your immune system. It stops the bacteria from doing too much damage and therefore prevents any further decomposition. But whether or not we have an infection, we're still not leaking liquid organs. So what's stopping us from rotting right now? First of all, your heart is pumping oxygen all around your body, and the flow of blood keeps waste products from your cells moving. If your blood wasn't flowing, then the enzymes will be able to digest you, like I mentioned earlier. Your immune system stops the bacteria in your gut from being able to eat you, and because you're not rotting, no insects can eat you either. So be grateful for your immune system and your heart. You're very lucky to have them. Without them, you would be covered in flies, fungi, bacteria, and maggots, and your organs would be leaking all over the floor, covering you in rotten liquid guts.
Thank you, Izzie. We're just on a roller coaster of optimism today. That before we are all consumed by the great freeze or the great crush, we will be rotted away with maggots, but not right now. We've at least got a little bit more time. Gruesome, but wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let's go over to our judges. Adam, what would you like to know?
Yeah, you left us with a great image there, which is lovely. And I also I'm a big fan of decomposition. I love the question you began with, why don't we rot? It's such a simple but difficult question to answer. What drew you into this topic?
It took me a while to pick a topic, but then I came across this and I was really, really interested. And it's essential for life, like so many things feed off of dead bodies, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, good answer.
Brilliant. It's also I'm a big fan of decomposition. I was the first person in the world to say that. A very unique phrase. Joe, what would you like to know?
Well, you certainly packed a lot into your talk, but I'm just wondering what you had to leave out that you would have liked to have included.
I would have liked to included more about rigor mortis, which is where the body goes really stiff after death, but 3 minutes isn't very long, so I couldn't fit it.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Izzie. And let's round of applause again. Well done.